The road trip to Florida starts today. Super excited to film it all. But I did just upload the trip to Atlanta to YouTube. So if y'all want to check that out and help me out with watch time hours, that'd be amazing. Today I am starting the road trip to Florida, but I had to stop at this dam because look at that view. Absolutely stunning. I bet there is great fishing out there. It does look like the water content is low, but they might have that for a certain reason. I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist or an engineer. Unfortunately, I was thinking I was going to be able to walk on the dam, but it has this sign that says, "No trespassing, government property." Stunning. All right, mate. This is the backside of the dam. This is where all the power happens. There is a tiny little boat down there trying to fish. So I made it to Asheville, North Carolina. I totally forgot what I was saying. I made it to Asheville, North Carolina, and I went and parked out of Walmart, and I got kicked out. They had like a patrol car. It wasn't really cops, but it was a patrol car, and they were like, "You can't sleep here." So I went to your second Walmart, and they had signs up that said, "Don't park here." So I went to your third Walmart, and there was a patrol car, same one like the first one, patrolling around. So I'm sitting here like, what do I do? Because everywhere I looked, there was nowhere to park, and I wasn't about to pay for parking. So I headed over to Greenville, South Carolina, and halfway I saw a rest stop, which anybody can park at a rest stop as long as you want to. So I stopped at the rest stop, and I went to bed, and I got up this morning, and now I'm at Happy Cow Dairy. I am at Happy Cow Dairy, and it is in South Carolina. I believe it's in Anderson, and I came here almost once a year, every year, as a kid, and this is where my parents would get milk, because this dairy does not take the cream out of the milk. So in the morning when you wake up with a gallon of milk, it was a glass. They used to sell it in glass jars, glass gallon jars. You'd wake up in the morning and it would have this much cream on top. Now they're a little bit more commercial. They still leave the cream in, but it's super famous. It's a really cool tourist spot. It's called Happy Cow Dairy. And this is the dairy that inspired my parents to start a farm, which I lived on. Happy Cow Dairy and my family is famous for their chocolate milk. You can imagine getting a half gallon of chocolate milk. The top is all cream. You have to shake it up and then enjoy. It is the creamiest chocolate milk I've ever had, and I'm coming to get some. I haven't had some since I was a little kid. So they've upgraded also with the supply and demand. This is obviously cheaper than glass jugs. But we would come up here as a kid, load up on literally hundreds of gallons of milk, and then we'd take it back, and people in our church would buy it from us because it was just way better milk. And someday when I do own a farm again, which I will, I would like to retire on a farm or something. We're keeping the cream in the milk. Super rich. It's super thick. There it is. It's really thick. Hands down, the best milk on the planet. Best chocolate milk I've ever had. This is my hometown, where I grew up the majority of my childhood, Beaufort, South Carolina. And I said when I was a teenager and I left that I would never come back. Good morning, y'all. Sometimes living in your car sucks. And this morning is one of those situations. It is currently 4:45 a.m. and I have yet to go to sleep. I have traveled 45 miles from my original destination, looking for a place to park to sleep. I am exhausted, I'm sweaty, I feel nasty, I'm tired, but I keep remembering the goal. This is what I want. This is what I have to do in order to reach the goal that I want.